Hey everybody, thanks a lot for joining me. Today I'll be reviewing the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki and the 3D HD Precision brush. These are sold separately. The larger one is $24 and the smaller of the two is $19. And while these have the same feel, the same softness of the brush hairs as the other Sigma Kabuki brushes and Sigma Precision brushes, what's unique about these is the cut. As you can see, they're very steeply cut up the sides to create this ridge. The same goes for the Precision, the same sort of cut, the same angles, just on a smaller scale. I really like to use the whole range of Sigma Kabuki brushes, whether it's the F80 like this or any of their other cuts for cream products. I think they perform really well blending in a liquid or a cream foundation. The brush hairs are just so densely packed. I feel like I get a really good blend when I use these kinds of brushes. So knowing I like this style of brush, but being intrigued by the different cut, I decided to buy these. I really want to compare them to my favorite foundation brush, which is the Sigma F80. As you can see, this one is just cut very blunt right across the top. And then there's a P80 as well that I really enjoy. That's that same style, just in a miniature version. But I think a key difference is that with this F80, look at how much surface area there is across the top. I love using this as a buffing type of foundation brush. So with liquids and creams, you can work it in circular motions very easily. I mean, this style of brush just lends itself to that kind of application so much. This one with the wedge shape, you technically could work it in circular motions, but it doesn't really do that as well. I think the benefit to using this brush that way is that it covers so much area of your face at once. I mean, I think it's highly unlikely that anybody gets a streaky application with this kind of brush because it's just very quick and it covers large sections of your face just with, a single pass. Now, one of the claims on this brush, as I was reading on the website, is that you could like load up one side with your foundation and apply it and then flip it to the other side and use that to blend. But I think bottom line, however you choose to get your foundation on your face, you're going to end up working this in more of a painting style. Just, like pulling it across the face, more like a traditional foundation brush. And so as you see me using this in this video, and I've got the Perfecting Luminous foundation from Sonia Kashuk on, the blending aspect with this is more a sweeping kind of painting style motion. If you like that kind of application style, you might enjoy this. And I do think the wedge is easy, to get around different areas. You have these kind of points at the end that can definitely get around the eye easily, get around the nose. So while I think it's a smart design for a brush, from a foundation standpoint, I don't really like it any better than my Sigma F80. In fact, I prefer the F80 for just a quick, super even application. And, this brush has an edge as well, right around the outside, like that can get up in there also. And I just don't have anything to criticize with this in terms of ease of use. I think I will still have this in my rotation of foundation brushes, and when one's dirty, it's nice to have another one to pick up. So I'll keep using this. I just don't think I prefer it over the F80. Now, while I really like a buffing approach to applying foundation, for concealers, I really like to pat it in a bit more. So of these two, I actually prefer the Precision brush. I find it really useful for concealer because that wedge shape gets around the eye so nicely. I've got on my Sonia Kashuk All Covered Up concealer and I've dabbed that around the eye, and then this wedge is so great for getting all up in there because almost everyone has a little bit of a crease underneath their eye, and so it's great to use this to get in there. And even after you've got that whole area blended out and maybe you've finished your face of makeup, something I like to do is grab a Q-tip and kind of blot on that crease that's under the eye because it still can collect some product. But this has that really nice wedge shape and that can do that as well. I do think that steep taper down the sides, if you like to pat a product in or kind of sweep it in like that, it really works well for concealer. I think it's a really well thought out, well designed brush. But if I'm taking a good hard look at the foundation brush situation, I mean, do I think these are absolute necessities? Even though I like this one better than this one, I don't think I absolutely need these kinds of brushes. I've already got the F80, which I love for foundation. And truly, I mean, this P80 does a fine job of getting around my under eyes as well as the other styles of these Precision brushes. While there are some nice subtleties with this brush that I do think make the job a little easier, it's not like it's hard with this one. And if you like trying new innovative things, by all means go for it. But I think if you're trying to save and you've already got, some of those other styles of brushes that I mentioned, I don't think you absolutely need these. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.